you said the research, one of the top 3 moments in my life, and put it beside childbirth. Like that's amazing. So would you share one of your personal experiences?
Oh man, yeah, that puts a lot of
Can I
pressure
call
for
it
it to be
a
good.
trip or a journey? What would I call it?
Yeah, I like to use the word journey. Trip for some people has a negative
Yeah,
connotation,
that's what I
just from
was
like the
thinking.
hippies days. I think journey sounds a little nicer, but it's no difference. I'm not offended. So the first story that comes to mind is I shared a little bit about that very first session, that journey, not even a session, that experimental journey that I kind of re-related to how I saw and why I used alcohol. So I won't share that one again, although it was very impactful. One I had when my wife was about 6 months pregnant with our twins, um, was an inward LSD journey. So unlike the recreational experimentation where I had that insight about alcohol, I was wearing the eye mask. I had a curated playlist. I was sitting with someone who was my, uh, sitter or guide, and they were kind of be with me for the day. And the experience I had was, you know, without going into too much detail, I had uh, part of the healing journey I've been on since that first LSD experience was doing a lot of work around traumatic events that happened after my mom passed away when I was 15 years old. And part of that was the actual passing of my mom. And another really big part of that was how my relationships with my dad and my brother shifted after that. And for most of my adult life, my brother has been a really challenging relationship. And so, um, yeah, it's just been present. And in this journey, I had this experience of releasing a lot of what I felt like I was carrying around that. And in the visual part of the journey, there was a giant boulder, and it somehow got dislodged from wherever it was sitting, and it kind of rolled away, and it was felt very releasing. Like it just felt like a big, like I'd just pushed something away that was really heavy sitting on me. And then in the same journey, I had the realization, which until this point I had no sense of, but I got to see that there was this, what I'll call karmic significance of the fact that I was having 2 boys and that they would get to be brothers, and that through the process of helping them be brothers, I would be healing the brother wound that I had as a child from the challenging relationship that I had. And it was just like, I got chills just sharing that with you. Like, it's so meaningful for me. And it's likely I may have eventually made that connection and figured out that, but it was so special to get to have that really powerful insight before they were even born. And so I'm really present with that thought all the time when I watch them play with each other and they're learning and helping each other. And like, I get to live through it a little bit and support them to have a healthy brotherhood. And so, yeah, it's one of my favorite journeys. And, yeah, it helps just bring like these moments like that I shared of like feeling like everything's happening for a reason and a purpose. Like to me, that's one of them. Like I had no connection to the fact that I was having twin boys until that journey. Like not no connection. They were going to be my children. I was excited. I was really curious how that would impact my life. But there's like a more deeper spiritual connection to like why they came as boys and their brotherhood. So
Nice.
yeah.
And then after that experience, did you and I'm just being influenced by what we said previously, do the work, follow.
Yeah. Oh
Did
my
you
God.
by
I
chance
love that you're asking
call
this.
your brother? Did you call your dad?
Oh my God. So no, but yes. So not immediately after. But the following weekend, and this is again like in my worldview, like everything's happening for a reason and I'm a part of it. I had already been signed up to participate in a very powerful personal development course called Landmark Forum, which I have no affiliation with. The following weekend after this big journey. And in this course, they really have a methodology to help you reconnect with family members. And so through that course, I did have these conversations with my dad and my brother. And I did that healing in real life, making those connections. And it wasn't easy, even though I had that big experience in that journey. It wasn't easy to have those conversations. But yeah, like my relationship with my brother is way more improved now through a result of all these pieces coming together. And it's really beautiful. Yeah, so I love that you asked that question. And yeah, it's I'm smiling because I didn't necessarily plan to do it, but
The
through the work of that
universe did
program that
though,
I
mate.
did. Yeah,
Eh?
exactly.
So good.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah, and I was
running
able
from me, Myles Katz.
and
That's
I was able to say to him, like, look, like it's been
brilliant.
hard, but I want you in my life. Like I'm about to have kids. I want them to have an uncle. Like I was really able to have these conversations. And yeah, I love that program specifically. Their methodology is like helping you be on the court of your own life. And so you can do all the therapy in the world. You can take all the psychedelics. It's all in your head. You're having realizations and it can be very powerful, but like, unless you're really taking action, things aren't going to really start changing. And so I'm a big fan of like that's like part of my journey to like really appreciate being in action and making that change.